Hello, this is Jukka from Option Investors, and I want to welcome you to the Operation Small Account Growth Performance Review of Week 48, 2020, which is the last week of November. The agenda today is weekly and total results for the portfolio model, or the model portfolio, the new positions we took this week, the sold positions this week, and the current portfolio holdings. So, on this week number 48, which is from Friday, November 20th to Friday, November 27th, the way I measure this, from Friday to Friday. Therefore, we do include the weekend results too, if ever there's a gap up or down. There's not much action on the portfolio during this week. The action on the portfolio value side was much more interesting though. We went from 4,800 and some to almost 5.5 thousand euros. That's 13.80% growth for the portfolio. And the total from October 8th to this Friday, November 27th. Up to now, we've had 80% success rate on short-term trades. Most long-term trades are on green, and the portfolio has grown a total of 66.99%. During the same time, the S&P 500 index grew 5.79%. The performance benchmark against S&P 500 looks like this. It's our portfolio on orange and the S&P 500 on blue. October was slow, well, this has been the fact ever since October, never changes. The November has been really strong, I'd say almost spectacular. To the new positions, so here we've got only one new position on week 48, that's midterm SNBR, so sleep number calls. We went long the 75 strike out to January 21, so 2021 of course. It was an entry on a pullback, nice uptrend and a stock with strong growth. Since there's not much to report on this front, I thought that I would go a bit more into the details on this trade. The growth here, there's some data, I'm sure you can read this yourself, but anyway, the gross profit has grown 50% around here or there the past 5 years. It's in a smooth trend higher, that's a nice thing, I like that. Then the revenues are growing consistently. There was only a very small dip after March 2020 and that's already recovered. The quarterly profit margins have usually been somewhere between 2 and 6%, but the previous report showed over 9% quarterly profit margin, and well, obviously that's very good news. The trailing 12-month net income and diluted EPS are growing consistently too, which is very nice. And the 8 previous times Sleep Number has exceeded earnings estimates on each of their reports, and that's also a very good signal. Also the industry group in which Sleep Number is, so this furniture type of things, it's very strong at the moment, and here we're playing the idea that rising tide lifts all the boats, and since SNBR is a very good company in its own right, I'm kind of hoping that the rising tide would lift especially the better boats. On the technical analysis side, I'll take my mouse in here. We've seen a drop over the past, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trading days. There we see a short term, that sort of resistance level at 70. So I figured that when we go above 70, that would be a signal for me that the short term dip is more or less over. And as soon as we do that, I'll go along. I believe this is Thursday from the week 25th of November, whatever day that is. That's probably Wednesday actually. Here on, yeah, of course, because the Thursday was a free day, Thanksgiving. forgot that. So here on Friday, the next trading day from the 25th, all the stock goes above 70, which happened to also have the 200 period simple moving average, which tends to act as some kind of support and resistance level. Well, this is obviously on the 15-minute chart, so it's much less important than on some like daily charts or weekly charts. But anyway, it happened to be very nicely at the 70 level, so when the price action broke that, I took a long trade somewhere around here. And actually there is a nice orange arrow showing also that spot. So that's the trade. Also, SNBR has slightly over 10% short interest, which could mean that if we start approaching the 74 point whatever lifetime high here, it could make some shorts panic slightly, and then we could get some short covering also in addition to the bulls buying new highs, so that could fuel the stock higher. I closed no trades at all in week 48, so that part of the review is super fast. The open positions therefore are pretty much the same as previous week. So we've got Pinterest, Ford, Mattel, Air Transport Service Group, Turtle Beach, General Motors, and the Sleep Number as our new, well, this is not so much longer term actually. I don't know why I didn't drop it in the mid-term side, but I'm not going to change the slide just to make another shot at the video. So that's actually a mid-term position. On mid-term we have in addition the Pinterest calendar spread. All of these are calls, and the XLB calls out of January. Now, if you would like to learn the strategies that we are using for this portfolio, there's on our website you can find information about how to get this book for free. You simply need to go to optioninvestors.club. We've got a contest where you can get this for free, and it's super easy to win the contest. Getting the choosier prizes is more difficult, but really getting the book is a no-brainer. Well, it could be a no-brainer if you would like to learn this sort of stuff, but it's super easy. That's what I wanted to say. So what there will be in the book is basically an explanation of what options are and how they work. In order to use options, I believe very strongly that you should understand the vehicles that you're using. Fundamental analysis basics and technical analysis, the kind of analysis that I use and we use at Option Investors. We go through that. This is not full like a Bible on fundamental analysis or technical analysis either. I'm just revealing the tools that I use personally to manage this portfolio and the others that I'm doing. We go through risk management, because however big winners you have, if risk management is not spot on, or at least on the level where it should be, the portfolio will not grow. And at the end, we put all of these 5 things together and go through strategies that work based on these 5 key pillars. That's all. So you can learn more by going on our website. This was Jukka from optioninvestors.club, and I'll be seeing you next week.